Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing in the IK WM France Deck G45 game with Fofo, Osterchench, and Thatcher. Looking at this first pack, a couple quite good picks here. Bargaining Baker, Patroness, Pasture Planner is pretty good, Inventory Manager is quite good. So what's coming back here? There's a chance Inventory Manager comes back, there's a chance Pasture Planner comes back, and Dentist. I think all of those three I'd be pretty happy with coming back. So if I first pick Patroness, she works quite well with all three of them. Just getting me, like, Patroness get me stone, Inventory Manager gets me clay and wood to build major improvements. Although Bargaining Baker is quite good as well. Patroness plus Dentist I think is probably going to be pretty good. I do like Bargaining Baker. I'm going to take Patroness. And then I see Tutor here. I think Tutor's quite good. So I have a really good reason to play 7 occupations now. Okay, I think Good Friend is pretty good, but I think the timing will be a bit awkward because it probably wants to be my 3rd occupation. Usually with Good Friend you want it out in round 1 or 2. Landscape Gardener is fantastic. Very happy taking Landscape Gardener. Okay, this pick, I'm pretty sure it's between Dove Hunter and Miller. Miller, if I get any way of getting grain, then Miller builds me like clay oven, stone oven. And it gets me resources and points while I do so. Alternatively, a card like Dove Hunter could be really good for feeding. I think we can probably take Dove Hunter here. With something like Dove Hunter, then we'd be interested in maybe getting Pasture Planner back. We could do some good stuff. Some good stuff. Okay. You've got Inventory Manager, Pasture Planner, Dentist. I don't think I'll take Dentist. I think I'll take Inventory Manager or Pasture Planner. And I think what I'll do is I'll take Pasture Planner, because with Dove Hunter, then I could probably get some fences down pretty early. Yeah, be able to hold a breeding pair of sheep early on in the game. Seems good. This pick, I guess I could take Pen Builder. Pen Builder is even faster than Pasture Planner, but they're kind of redundant. I think I like the idea of taking Pioneer, or else I could Kosher Butcher. Kosher Butcher works with Dove Hunter, gets me an extra food out of that. Yeah, I think I'm looking at Pioneer or Kosher Butcher. Kosher Butcher is pretty weak. There is Pioneer here. Which I think Pioneer can be pretty interesting. And this pick, Good Friend or Stone Carver. I like Good Friend quite a bit. I'm pretty surprised to see that it came back. The only reason I would consider Stone Carver here is because it's more food per harvest. So between Good Friend and Dove Hunter, like 7 food per harvest, that's great. That basically feeds me on its own. Patroness can get me a ton of stone, same with my Pioneer. Alternatively, Good Friend could get me a nice amount of resources, but again, the timing issue on Good Friend is going to make me take Stone Carver here. I'm just going to be able to feed from my occupations, like just solely off my occupations, which is going to be really good. Do I want to take Evening Prayer here? Thing is, if I take Evening Prayer, first action take wood, second action plow, and then Patroness could get me 2 reed, and then I'd be okay. My setup for, I don't know, Evening Prayer I think might be a little too slow. I think I want to play Occupation in round 1 and 2, and then round 3 Pasture Planner, and round 4 probably Stone Carver or Dove Hunter, ideally, which that's quite ambitious. And Evening Prayer kind of slows your occupations a bit, which I think is a problem. Flower Pots is pretty good. If I can make it work, it's outstanding. Yeah, okay. I get a clay pretty easy. I can get 1 clay easily with Patroness. So, and then it gets me a crop for my landscape gardener. Okay. I think Brickyard is actually pretty good because I won't need clay for a while. I'm going to set up the rest of my game. I could do Private Forest here, and passing Private Forest always makes you sad. The problem is with Private Forest, it's using food that I would like to put into my occupations. So I don't think I want to take Private Forest here. I think I'm doing like Drained Pond or Brickyard, and I think Drained Pond is probably a bit better than Brickyard, so I'll take Drained Pond. Because I can get a reed very easily with my Patroness, so... Pretty sure this pick is Pole Barns. I think this card is actually really good. I'm surprised. I think it's getting undervalued. I think Pole Barns is really good. Yeah. Yeah, with Pasture Planner, I should have no problem getting 15 fences. Village Well is kind of interesting because I can go for the regular well. Hey, Maruska. I could take Oak Cask here. Oak Cask is a pretty good way of getting out of 3 wood into Start Player. That card does quite well in that situation, and that would be pretty much the worst possible start for me. And you know what? I probably like doing Start Player in round 3 to get Occupation round 4. So I think we can do Oak Cask here. I'm surprised Evening Prayer came back. I mean, I can use it to play Patroness and Tutor. Problem is, again, it does cost me food to do that. We've also got Amusement Park. We've got Half Timbered House. I get the resources for Half Timbered House from Patroness pretty nicely. Amusement Park is pretty good. I think we'll just take Evening Prayer. Even if it's a dead card, there's a chance that this will like help me in the worst case scenario. If the worst thing happens, then we'll be fine. Watering Can is actually pretty good. I think I've got a couple miners that I want to play early, like Oak Cask, Flower Pots. I don't really know if I need to play Brickyard as well. Although I can ignore clay. The ability to ignore clay is quite nice. Like, my Patroness can get me my Flower Pots, which I spend away right away. And then Stone Carver and Dove Hunter are the cards that can feed me. which means I can play Brickyard and just accumulate clay on it until I'm ready to harvest it for my clay reno plus a fireplace or whatever. Alternatively, watering can. I think watering can is really good. I think watering can's another card that's very undervalued. Let's try Brickyard. Pole Barns comes out pretty late, so yeah, I think we could try Brickyard. Park Cemetery. Don't think I want to play Park Cemetery. I think I'll take Schnaps Distillery, even though I think it's pretty unlikely I'd play it. I think its power is quite low. There's a chance that it gives me the point ceiling I need. Like in the event that I do the Evening Prayer game, I'm going to have access to a lot of fields between Evening Prayer, Drained Pond, Landscape Gardener. So then being able to get some extra points out of crops from Schnaps Distillery seems like it might be a good option. So we start in second, which is good. Best position to start in. So we'll play Patroness with our first action. Sheep came in round 1. So that's important to be aware of. I could take a wood or a clay here and second action start player. I think I probably want to save that until later though. Let's grab a stone. And then I'll try to mostly grab reed from Patroness so that I can spend my second actions taking reasonable wood actions to set myself up to build. So 1 stone for Stone Carver, and then otherwise hopefully take reed mostly. Fofo plays Oceanographer. Thatcher might go for the 2 clay with sheep coming in round 1. Although there was the Pen Builder and there was Dove Hunter out there, so there is some competition for the first sheep grab. I'll grab 2 wood. I assume Fofo will plow with his Oceanographer, and then Osterchange. Oh, someone might have Private Forest. I passed Private Forest, so Fofo might Private Forest here. No, he's plowing. Yeah. So Osterchange might Private Forest here. Yeah. So we probably get Occupation again, so we'll play Tutor. That's good. Be happy with that. Yeah, if we could play 1 Occupation per round in stage 1, we'll be quite happy. Probably one of them will have to be on the expensive Occupation space. That's where cards like Stone Carver, Dove Hunter will be good. Like my round 3 Occupation might be expensive Occupation, and then I do like start player Flower Pots or whatever, and then round 4 play Stone Carver or something like that. Ostrich has Morning Trader. Ooh, I hope Fofo did not pass him Bargaining Baker, because yeah, that would be quite a scary combination. I guess you don't even need Bargaining Baker to make Morning Trader good, but the fact that it saves you on the stone for Clay Oven can be really, really scary. Thatcher plays Peasant. Okay, so definitely good incentive to build the 2 clay fireplace with his second action. I'll read stone food here. I think the food is relevant compared to 3 wood, especially since I didn't get occupation again, so got to keep an eye on that. If I just play Tutor and Pasture Planner, that's not awful, just as long as I get a good food action. But yeah, I would really like to be able to play Stone Carver. Playing 4 occupations in stage 1 can be difficult, though, that's for sure. So Astrochange is plowing a field here. I wonder if he I wonder if these guys drafted any particular reason to plow early. I don't really recall any, aside from Evening Prayer. Yeah, they took Straw Thatched Roof or whatever. Thatcher's playing Fireplace, passing 2 Reed. Well, I'm pretty sure if I start player, then Fofo will take 2 Reed, which I think I'm fine with. Although, if I don't start player, there's a very high probability that Ostrachange morning trades. So then I still get occupation either way. Yeah. Fofo takes a grain. So we got 2 players competing to get stuff sown. Or theoretically we do. Yeah, Ostrachange morning trade. So Thatcher probably 4 wood, I would expect. Thatcher plays Occupation Hut Builder. Okay. I think I play my Tutor here and get a stone. Yes. So I have quite good access to reed and stone this early. In my second action, I think I'll start player, play oak cask, and then occupation and maybe expensive occupation. Definitely play pasture planner. Second action, I'm not sure what I'll do. Looks like the food actions are not being taken too aggressively, although they might start getting taken now. Yeah, well, Thatcher's not going to take food. Well, he might actually. He might just take food out of the game. But he's got access to 4 sheep next round. He might take 3 sheep here, just so that nobody else steals them from him. Ostrachange still has his grain that he has access to. Fofo, I'm not sure what Fofo's doing. Hard to predict. Worst case scenario, this oak cask is worth 2 food in the first harvest, so. So if all I do is play pasture planner, then I'll still have enough food without having to take food with my second move. Yeah, I could do something like pasture planner and then well, or yeah, 4 wood. I'm not sure. If I could do pasture planner, stone carver, that would be best case scenario, I think. And then definitely want to start taking wood really aggressively. Oh man. Well, I think I'd probably just have to take 6 wood, right? Take 6 wood and give up on pasture planner. How much wood is pasture planner worth? It's worth 6, right? And it also gets me stuff from Patroness and Tutor. But like, I'm gonna have access to the first room if I take this 6 wood here. So I think I have to. And if Fofo does anything other than 2 read, which he does do something other than 2 read. Okay. So yeah, I have access to the first room next round, unless Fofo first picked clay roof. If Fofo first picked clay roof, then I'm in a tough spot, but otherwise I'm in a really good position here. Yeah, I give up on pasture planner and just build a room. But I don't even have to build a room. I can play my stone carver and convert a stone, and then I don't have to eat my my oak cask. I can let it accumulate. Oh, Ostrich gets a wood off of his. Oh, okay, so Ostrich can take 2 read and then build. Yeah, I think probably playing the stone carver is good enough for me that I can afford to pass on the first room to play it to go for it. Yeah, I don't want to open my oak cask if I can avoid it. I think the stone carver. I've talked about this before, where every harvest I don't activate my stone carver is lost potential food later in the game. And if I want to play a bunch of occupations, you know. So I could play pasture planner here, but I think the stone carver now is the play. Plus S. And feed a food and a stone. Yeah, the stone carver plus the oak cask will keep me fed for like a pretty long time, I think. It'll help me get to the time when I'm ready to play Dove Hunter. Ostrich. Fofo took the 2 read. Excellent. So Ostrich did not get it. Beautiful. So that means I have access to the first room in round 5, which is phenomenal. And then I can do something like second action Pioneer. If family growth comes round 5, obviously I family growth. If it doesn't, I second action Pioneer. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Build a room, obviously. And then second action, probably Brickyard. assuming if I don't think the clay will come back. Or second action, Drained Pond. I think not Drained Pond because I might want to Pioneer to set up Reno well whenever Reno comes out. Or Reno flower pots. Yeah, getting the flower pots out would be pretty nice actually. So yeah, Occupation, Pioneer. So I should play Evening Prayer. Or not Evening Prayer, sorry, Brickyard. And not Drain Pond, because I want to keep the reed so that I can use the reed to Reno. I can play Drain Pond later. I have Landscape Gardener. I don't need fields until the end of the game, really. So, like, Drain Pond coming in round 14, 12, 13 is just as good. Oh, there's there's 5 clay still here. That's kind of crazy. Brickyard. Usually cards like this you want to come out a bit earlier, but hey, I can collect from the Brickyard very likely in like round 10. That'll be a good spot. So, Fofo's ready to build. Ostrichenge can jump, but it requires taking 1 reed and doing start player, which he's not going to try to do. So Thatcher is going to take the 3 wood, which means that I'm going to have access to, what, 4 clay? I don't want to take 4 clay. Actually, I could take 4 clay. If round 6 is Reno, 4 clay, Occupation Pioneer, Reno, and play flower pots. I actually think that'd be pretty good. Thatcher builds the well. That's okay. Oh, that means I get 6 wood potentially. I get a clay to put a clay on my Brickyard. Ostrichenge is going to start player. Start player, get that 6 wood probably. There's Reno. Yeah, so I like the idea of 4 clay into Pioneer into Reno flower pots. Gets my well out. Maruska, did you just subscribe? Yay! Hasn't come in yet on my notification thing. So Thatcher played Peace Worker, so that means I can't afford to play Pioneer anymore. Would like to get flower pots out. I think playing flower pots is still worth it, even without me having played Pioneer. Pioneer can still come later. So yeah, the classic play Brickyard into taking 4 clay immediately after. Very strong play. Fofo builds the clay oven. This is a little surprising. It means nobody's going to family growth this round, because nobody can build into grow. So that means I'm gonna have a 2 action advantage over everyone else, which is nice. Nice spot to be in. So I think what I do is I do Reno flower pots, and then grab one of the 3 food actions. I think that's what we're gonna do here. How much food do I need? I need 6. I probably want to play an occupation like I would like to play Pioneer. Well, Pioneer, I would like to Pioneer and take like vegetable when it comes out, and then probably take cattle, and then probably I like to start player in this part of the game. Although I'm gonna run out of miners to start player with. Ostrich Edge fencing 12 here. That's pretty surprising. Yeah, forces Thatcher to take sheep. But probably means Ostrich Edge is not gonna go. So I should try to build a clay room pretty quickly, because these guys are not renovating, or Ostrich Edge is not growing, unless he took something like Benefactor, which he may have taken Benefactor. But I mean, if Fofo and Thatcher both grow, I can't grow till round 9 anyways. So I think this Reno play is still good. Yeah. And then I'll build a clay room and keep my wood for building fences, because I do want a fence. So Reno flower pots, get a vegetable. So definitely want to take vegetable in round 8 or round 9, activating Pioneer, and then play Landscape Gardener. That's on the plan. So I was playing League of Legends. League is good. I think I'm doing well. I think I'm in a really good spot. I have a big action advantage over my opponents. I think we'll just fish here. I have Brickyard in play. I have Oak Cask in play. So my stuff is getting bigger as we go. Stone Carver's in play. I was asking Mariska, I saw that usually you can the well only works if you have the emote. Or I'm wondering, do you see that well? Because usually that should mean you subscribed, but I don't know if you actually did, because I haven't seen the notification for it. So I'm confused. I don't know if my thing's just not updating fast enough. Wow. So apparently, if you put in the code for the well, even though you don't have it, it'll still show up in my thing. Oh, they introduced a new feature. Oh, what's the new feature? I'm not up on the Twitch. Ah, I see. Okay, cool. I think we take 3 reed here. We do want to take wood, but I think we take the reed first. So like we're doing like 3 reed, 3 wood, pioneer, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. We'll have 2 vegetables sown by the end of the round 9 harvest. Oh, darn. Ostrichenge playing Omni Farmer. Oh, cool. So the only problem with me playing Pioneer now is that it would cost an extra food. We'll grab 3 wood. Here's Omni Farmer. That's too bad. So it's a way to unlock if you're like a long time viewer, which is neat. So Omni Farmer for Ostrichenge. So that could be worth a lot of points. He's got pastures and crops going already. Working on a feature for our streams. Ooh. Is this going to be like a plug-in? That would be cool. I look forward to it. Wood-fired oven for Fofo. With his bargaining baker. Nice. So I can take wood again. I can... I think just taking wood is fine. I guess I could Basket Maker's Workshop. Basket Maker's Workshop would help keep me fed for a long time. And I get reed pretty easily. And then it would mean that I really like the Reedstone food space. Yeah, I think we're going to try this. And then the Reedstone food space becomes a 7 food action. And then I feed a stone and a reed to feed 6. Yeah, so my Brickyard I can collect in round 10 for 5 clay, which gets me enough clay to build a room. So I should plan to build a room in round 10 and then family growth. That's the plan. So I'll take one of the 4 wood actions, assuming they come to me. Oh, vegetables here as well. And I do want to play Pioneer and then take vegetable. Ostrich morning trades on vegetable. Yeah, and so then if I family growth around 10, I can play Drained Pond. So that means I want to have 3 reed at the start around 10. 2 for my room, 1 for my Drained Pond. That means I'm going to need to take 2 reed next round. I need to just take reed as much as I can here. Which, if I play Pioneer, I can do 4 wood, Pioneer, take vegetable, and get reed. Pioneer can also get me reed, and then Landscape Gardener in round 9 can get me reed as well. So those all seem fine. And I think playing the Pioneer is absolutely worth it, because I will like getting on Plow Sow, getting on Reedstone Food, that kind of thing. Oh, why do these guys keep playing Occupation so late? That's kind of annoying. It's fine. It's fine. Just means I have to pay an extra food for my occupation. Fortunately, I set myself up so that I have tons of extra food. I do have quite a bit extra food. My oak cask, and then of course Reedstone Food being a 7 food action. Ostrich making sure he gets one of the fireplaces. Obviously needs it to feed in the next harvest, feed his breeding pair of sheep. This family grows Sawhorse, sure. Sawhorse is a nice card. And Thatcher probably can build another room. Like, Thatcher might want to build again in round 9. He has access to a good amount of food. He might take Reedstone Food, might take 2 Reed. If I play Pioneer, it's possible that Fofo responds by blocking Vegetable. But Fofo gets Vegetable off of plowing 1 field, so I hope he doesn't do that. What's taking so long here? What is taking so long? Thatcher, 40 seconds per turn. What is taking so long for Thatcher? Maybe disconnected or something. Yeah, because he hasn't done anything in a little bit. Wonder if he's not connected right now. Yeah, he's been really slow so far this game. Oh, come on, let's go. Although this game's been quicker than some of the others I've played recently. I've played a couple slow ones recently. Oh man. Come on. Did he go AFK? And he's shown as connected on here. You can see that it's connected to him. He's ringing, but nothing happening. Well, now seems like a good time for a shameless plug. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to me with Twitch Prime, and it doesn't cost you anything. And then, yeah, you get one. You get one free subscription per month if you have an Amazon Prime account. So give it to me, yay! I'll grab a read. So if you're watching this on YouTube and have no interest in Twitch, and you have an Amazon Prime account, haha! So normally with a card like Pioneer, you like to get it out a bit earlier, but I have pretty nice uses for the one resource. Like getting reed and stone are generally more valuable than getting wood and clay off of a card like Pioneer. Veg plus FR. Then Brickyard goes up by 1. Yeah, I've got my Schnaps Distillery. I've got lots of good stuff to use for stone and reed. Yeah, I'm probably not going to need to ever eat with vegetables. So I really like this because yeah, Basket Maker's Workshop in stone is 6 food per harvest, plus Oak Cask will give me like a 5 or 6 food infusion at some point, which will kind of top me up for one of the harvests where those two are falling behind. And then after that, I can do something like Dove Hunter, and Dove Hunter for sheep plus reed and stone is 10 food per harvest, which is enough. So I could take 1 boar here, activates my Pioneer. Otherwise, reed stone food, 3 stone. Playing my Landscape Gardener, of course. Stone goes to Thatcher. I think I could just take 3 wood here. Or should I take reedstone food? If I don't take reedstone food, then getting stone is kind of tough. Yeah, you know what? That's maybe safer than I need to be, but it's very safe. I could also take grain before I play Landscape Gardener and sow grain. But I don't have a 3rd field, so I think I probably won't do that. I think probably just taking 3 wood and then landscape gardener is fine. Or landscape gardener take boar. Or landscape gardener grain. Any of those are fine. Fofo's got grocer, so this was his first pick. So yeah, me passing him bargaining baker, he was very happy to see, because bargaining baker can generate a lot of food quite efficiently. So he's definitely going to do a sow bake. So I want to time my grain grab until like after he does his sow bake, although it doesn't really matter, does it? Not particularly. And in fact, he can respond to my grain grab, buy the top 2 resources off of grocer, and then bake that one. Bake that grain he would get. Although, let's be real, he's playing grocer, he's going to buy 4, sow 2 grain and a vegetable, and bake 1 grain. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Also, I'm going to have to play expensive occupation again. What is this? Come on, people. Come on. I guess I don't have to play landscape gardener here. Like, I could take grain and plow a field and then sow. Nah, landscape gardener gets me a read. I think it's a good action. Yeah. Yeah, and I want to get like 7 or 8 vegetables, because Schnaps Distillery is only good if I hit 7 vegetables, so. Which I should be able to do very easily, because I'm going to get to 4 right now. And Schnaps Distillery plus my Tutor should be plenty of bonus points for a very, very strong game. Especially because I'm going to hit 4 rooms, and yeah. Okay, can we pick this up, please? Like, if you take like a minute to click start turn, that means you're not focused on the game. That means you're doing other stuff. I can take 3 wood, or I can take boar as my last move. Interesting. I definitely expected that he would buy down to sow vegetables, but not what he's gonna do. Ostrich needed food, grabs 4 food. Thatcher, what's Thatcher gonna do? Probably 3 wood here, maybe 2 reed. I could start player to get 6 wood, but I don't know for sure that it would be 6 wood. So we'll just take 3 wood for now. RS to feed 6. And that goes up 1, that goes up 1, and then harvest. Fofo, start player straw thatched roof. Oh, and then is he going to first action build a room? Might be. That's annoying. He might not first action build if he doesn't see that I can build. Yeah, he doesn't see that I can build, I don't think. So I can, it's kind of a surprise move, but. Oh, you know what? He doesn't have food. He doesn't have food to buy down. He would have to eat 3 raw grain, which he doesn't want to do. Yeah. Alright, looks good. So I build a room, family growth, drained pond, and then I plow or take 1 cattle. Maybe take a cattle. That's, yeah, taking a cattle is pretty appealing here. If the pottery gets ignored, I could Brickyard up again to 4 and then build a pottery in round 14. Seems pretty unlikely, but it's possible. I said click Brickyard at 5, and Fofo says, oh, Brickyard. Okay. Like I said, Brickyard. So my family growth move is safe. So what else do I want to do? I think taking the cattle here is fine. Taking the cattle, getting a food and a stone. Yeah, I need more stone than reed because I want to play Schnaps Distillery and I want to reno to a stone house. So I need 6 stone, plus if I feed 3 more stone, that's 9 stone for the rest of the game. And then for reed, I need 1 to reno, and I need 1 for each remaining harvest. That's 4 more reed, so 9 stone for reed. Ostrich Engine plays Pastor. So is this the reason? Omni Farmer plus Pastor was the reason he decided not to grow his family? Looks like he's going to grow now, but like Fofo can build, Thatcher can build, or Thatcher's going to build with his hut builder. Seems like Pastor's a little too late here. Maybe he's just using it for stables. Or to reno joinery or whatever, something like that. The reed might get taken, but I think this action is still okay. So stone oven here, it looks like. Reno stone oven probably. Yeah, for Fofo. Since he announced he was eating a grain to buy a stone. And then bake 2 grain. So I would like 5 more wood in total. 3 to fence 15 and then 2 for my pole barns. So that should be 2 wood actions. So I'm up to 4 family members at the start of round 11. My feeding is extremely solid. I'm in a really good spot. Really good spot. Fofo plays Clapper. Alright. Hoping for... I guess Fofo likes both. He likes Reedstone food and he likes family growth. So I will plow or take wood. I like both. Taking the 3 woods that I can fence 15 here seems pretty good because there'll be a bunch of pairs of animals available next round. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Otherwise, take Reedstone food. Maybe take Reedstone food and stone and grain and plow. So yeah, so take wood, take grain, plow, take reed and stone. That's my remainder of the game. I don't really need to do much else. Dove Hunter maybe gets played, maybe in like round 14. Would probably get me a bunch of food maybe in round 14 and a point. I guess I could take 4 reed before anybody else does. Although nobody else really needs the reed, right? Like Thatcher could take the reed, but he only needs 1 more reed beyond this. He's happy doing Reedstone food. Ostrichenge has no need for reed with straw thatched roof. Ostrichenge has no need for reed. He's got 2 reed for 2 renos. Like, he's fine. Thatcher plays the pottery. This is probably Reno. Is it Reno pottery? No, it can't be Reno pottery. He doesn't have enough clay. Just building the pottery naturally. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Let's get rid of that since Thatcher already took his room. Do I plow? Yeah, probably how many points I get is capped by how many fields I plow for the remainder of the game. So plowing seems good. Oh, I should have a marker on Brickyard because I have no clay. Fofo took 3 wood, so Thatcher might take the other wood action. Although, does Thatcher need to do something for his feeding? He does have pottery. Yes, he doesn't have to. I guess he can't piecework the wood, which he usually will want to do. Unless he's got something that gets him food when he does family growth. Then he could piecework wood. He might take wood, he might not. Oh, Ostrichenge took the wood. What does Ostrichenge need the wood for? Joinery, I guess? He's going to reno joinery? Sure. That's fine. So maybe I should fence 12 here to make sure that I'm able to take the pairs of animals that are going to be available starting next round. Yeah, well, there's no big pressure on me to fence, so I think I can take the reed first. Yeah, so I could fence and take a grain maybe. It would mean I'd have to go back and fence more later, but the ability to take like 2 boar next round, that's probably going to be fairly necessary. Now, if 1 boar gets taken, then that option becomes much less appealing. Especially if I think if 2 sheep gets taken and there's only 2 boar, then I might not even get the 2 boar action. In which case, fencing here doesn't seem like there's no rush for me to fence here. Yeah, see, Ostrich has received a new board, but is not paying attention to the game, has not clicked begin turn. It's possible he's sitting staring at the board thinking about his options, but... Yeah, 19 seconds being the fastest player when I'm also streaming, that should not be the case. Thatcher, 44 seconds per turn. Like, holy. Yeah, Ostrich does take the 2 sheep, eh? Thatcher is playing Lasso on Family Growth. So yeah, no rush for me to fence now, because Thatcher probably is going to grab the 2 boar. I would assume he'll lasso the food there. Okay, so I should... I think I take a stone here, because it's a plus stone food. And I don't mind making more stone available for the rest of the game, because nobody else is... there's not a lot of majors available. Going on grain. So, Fofo... oh, he actually can't bake. And then I feed reed, stone, and 2 food. There's my grain. Alright, so I'll first action take wood. If wood is not available, then I'll take a plow. I could start player, but I'd like to hold off playing Schnaps Distillery until round 14 ideally, because if I pay for Schnaps Distillery here, then that's a vegetable that I can't sow. Although if I sow 3 vegetables, that hits 6, and that's max points for the Schnaps Distillery. So maybe I should first action Schnaps Distillery to hit plow sow in round 13. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Although then if the wood doesn't come back, I'll be kind of sad. But I get to trigger my Pioneer, and I don't know. Thatcher takes 4 wood. So I could take 3 wood here. But you know what? Everybody is in a good position to like plow. So we're going to go for it ourselves. So here's Schnaps Distillery. So I get a bonus. The key for this card, bonus point for my 5th and 6th vegetables. So I'm going to sow 3 vegetables to hit 6 and sow a grain. And the conversion to food should not be relevant. Which is actually the ideal case, because the problem you have with Schnaps Distillery is if you're also trying to feed with vegetables, hitting 7 vegetables plus eating some is basically undoable. But the fact that I'm not going to have to eat any vegetables for the whole game, that's why the Schnaps Distillery is more playable. So if the 3 wood could come back, that would be great. Thatcher likes the wood. Yeah, Thatcher might take wood. -2 read 11 wood. What does that mean? Can't do anything for that cost. He doesn't have anything that costs that amount. Oh, he's going to build a room and 3 stables. Okay, that's what he's doing. Okay. Yes. And family growth in round 11 or round 12. Well, I mean, his Omni Farmer has gotten him a good amount of points, so that's nice. It's going to be a high-scoring Omni Farmer for sure, yeah. Kind of the question for me is, does he have enough actions to get enough wood? Or to get enough points generally? Because his minor points are not great, but... Alright, Thatcher did fence and lasso the boar. Makes a lot of sense. So I will get 3 wood, and now I'm ready to fence 15. So maybe do something like Reedstone Food, and then what? I'm kind of running out of actions here, honestly. Definitely Reedstone Food. I want stone. I want to be able to rent onto a stone house. Ooh, Turnip Field. This is really good. Excellent, excellent card for Osterchench here. Nicely done. Yeah, nice farm. Gonna be a big Omni Farmer. And then maybe this is where I play my Dove Hunter. Since I can't fence. And the clay's not worth anything because I don't have pottery. I guess I could build another room, but... don't think I want to do... I'll Dove Hunter. Maybe I could think about building a room next round, maybe. This goes up, field, and then so plus FS. And then second action, probably fence 15. I could start play or nothing. Yeah, I could start play or nothing because getting plow sow in the last harvest would probably be pretty good. Although the vegetable, sowing the vegetable would only be worth food. So it would be like 2 points plus 2 points for the field plus 1 point for the grain plus 4 food. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think fencing is fine. And a star player might not even come back. Yeah, Ostrichenge is playing Windmill. Wow. When's the last time we saw this card played? It's been a while. So Thatcher might plow and lasso the sheep. That's probably what I would do in his case. Or maybe take the clay and lasso the sheep. In which case I should fence. Oh, he's going on grain. Okay. I got one more field coming in. Yeah, let's play. We'll just play it safe. Fence 15. Yeah, I could also have Bricklayer built another room and then Family Growth with pole barns. Maybe I should have done that. So I'll take 2 sheep with my next move if I can, because that'll be a 3-point action. Otherwise, taking stone and then reno. Taking stone so that I'm able to reno seems good. Although Fofo can reno, Ostrichenge can reno, so it looks like we're under a bit of a time crunch for the reno plans. Might not be able to reno to a stone house. So I'd have to take stone before I reno. So if Ostrichenge or yeah, this is Ostrichenge renovating to clay house. To a clay house, okay. Day labor, get 2 additional building resources of their choice, so 2 food, 2 stone for me. Let's see what Thatcher does here. Thatcher's play is very relevant. Thatcher tries to take Reed, for example. Because I can't block Thatcher from all the actions that get him the resources he needs. Yeah, so he does lasso the sheep. It means he's not going to be able to reno, though, so I can take the resources to reno here. So FF stone stone. Yeah, 2 stone, yeah. Then last action could be taking boar. See if Ostrichenge is taking 2 stone here. He might pick up 2 stone, or he might not. If he doesn't take stone, then that means I'm getting on. That means I should get on Reno Major, in which case I can play my pole barns, which would be pretty nice, or my fireplace. So fireplace doesn't require an action, but pole barns would require an action, but it would be worth an extra 2 points. So it would be 2 wood to 2 points, which is kind of nice. Yeah. Ostrichenge does not take stone, but instead plows a field. Okay, setting up for a plow sow first action. And Thatcher just doesn't have the resources to get enough stuff. Maybe takes the 10 clay here. But the clay is only worth it for his pottery. Doesn't do it's he's not going to be able to reno, I don't think, unless he's got some kind of surprise card or whatever. Thatcher, yeah, Thatcher took the 2 grain, obviously, with the plan to sow. Yeah, and then takes the clay. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So 2 wood for 2 points. And hope Thatcher passes me 2 boar. So Ostrichenge will plow sow, so hopefully Thatcher sows. So if Thatcher sows, then I will first action take the boar, and then Reno should come back to me. So feed, read, S, and 2 food. Oh, profit. Ooh, that's very interesting. All right. Good card in this situation. So that means somebody else can reno. Means my reno, means I don't have to first action reno major. I have time. So that means I can take the boar with my first move. And then my oak cask will feed the rest of my food. Whoops. Oh, it's next week. It's not today. That's weird. Okay, yeah, profit is nice here. Playing Pasture Planner will probably be worth a point because it gets my tutor, and the food is probably neutral because probably I get a stone off of Patroness when I play it, and then I just eat the food back that I used to play it. Although I might have too much food because my oak cask does go up to 7, and then I have 10 in total, even without eating stone and reed. Although I do have to pay a food to get my incoming field here. So there's 9 food. Oh, what? Okay, I guess this lets him omni-farm her the cattle. But yeah, that's pretty surprising. So plow sow comes to Thatcher. So that means I get 2 boar. I get 2 boar either way. Yeah, I guess the advantage of building a 5th room is that I would get to family growth pole barns. Oh, Thatcher lassoed the boar. That's annoying. All right, we'll take a 2-point 2-point sheep action. You know what? Not taking a 2-point sheep action. We'll family growth. Sure. The sheep probably don't come back, but family growth is certainly not coming back. Well, not certainly, but don't think family growth is coming back. Yeah. Yeah, because my Brickyard is giving me 4 clay here, can give me 4 clay, so I could have built another room. The problem would have been if there was pressure on the renovation space, I wouldn't have time to build a room and then reno. That's the big issue there, is that I don't know that that's going to be the scenario that I end up in. Yeah, missing out on my animal points, considering how quickly my game accelerated, is pretty sad. But these guys all fenced pretty early. All the rooms were small. All the houses were quite small in an early family growth game, so there was a lot of pressure on the animal spaces. And when Thatcher played Lasso, it made it even more so, because Thatcher needed to feed his peace worker. Should I block Ostrichenge sowing here? How many points does it take away from him? Okay, so what does he do otherwise? Aside from sowing, what points does he have? I see no points available to him if I block his sow action. Now, he might have an occupation that he wants to play here. Yeah, he might have an occupation like Scrounger with the food setup, like the resource setup that he has, but yeah. I think it makes sense for me to block sow here. It's worth 1 point for me, and it takes points away from Ostrichenge, who is my #1 competition. Almost certainly, yeah. Fofo has a nice game, lots of major points, but not enough animals, I don't think. I have a lot of bonus points. Like Tutor is at 4. Schnaps Distillery is worth 4 points right now. I'm going to hit a 4-room stone house with 5 family members. I am missing some animal points, but like I'm going to have a good basket maker's workshop, that kind of thing. Yeah, so what are my 3 remaining actions? Is it like Reno pole barns, and 3 reed for 2 points, and major fireplace? Maybe as my 3 remaining actions. Thatcher plays wood hut builder. Alright. That's nice for him in this scenario. So I will sow. Sow and then Reno and then reed, I think, are my remaining points. And then 4 points here. Fofo does day labor. Ostrichenge might retaliate by taking 3 reed. Might do that. Oh, hide farmer. Okay. Yeah, that's a good move. Gonna have to eat a couple food to pay for it, but I mean, he wants to eat a boar anyways. He can eat 1 grain without eating any points. So he eats a boar, a grain, or he eats a boar and 2 sheep. Yeah, he only has 3 family members, so he only needs 9 food, and he has 1, so 8. So 2 sheep and a boar. Yeah, and a grain. 2 sheep, boar, grain, food. Yep. Think I'm still beating Ostrichenge, but the fact that I don't have more animal points is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. So this is 2 points, and I don't think anything else is better. I guess I shouldn't reveal pole barns until I'm actually ready to play it, because otherwise Fofo gets that knowledge. Although there's no way he can hit it. He would need to take wood and then fence, and then, yeah, no way he can hit it in time. But yeah, it's too bad that I'll have this clay that I have access to that's not worth anything. But it's okay. Whoops, why am I on Reno? Did someone put me on Reno? Oh, he put it for me. Okay. All right. Cast goes to 7, then open it and feed 9. Yes, you can, but you would need to fence with your last move. I don't think you have time to fence to get 15th fence and then play minor pole barns. Does that work? Let's look at this. Because you only would have had 2 actions after I Does that work? I actually don't know if it works. So you already had the wood? I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so I have whatever I score plus 8. So let's take a look at this. Should be in the 50s. Yeah, 51. Ostrich Eng, I think, hit 49, right? Fofo has 49. What does Ostrich Eng have? Thatcher has 47. So tight game. So 51. Then Fofo has 49, and then 49, 47. Report. Yep. Yeah, nice game. I had things really kind of went my way, and I only barely eked out the win. The animals were really hotly contested. Thatcher's lasso really hurt my point total. Really hurt my point total. Didn't get to do any 3-point action animals, which I really was hoping to do. But my feeding was really nice, I have to say. Never had to eat a vegetable or a grain or anything. Just oak cast, reed, and stone. Pretty good. Feel vindicated for not having played Pasture Planner. Although, yeah, so definitely there's a line here where I can, instead of doing family growth without minor, and maybe instead of taking 3 reed, I can build a room, and then family growth play pole barns. But then if I family growth pole barns, then the reno's not as good, because then I'm not reno fireplacing. Yeah. Let's take a quick look at the draft. Uh, 337-163. Whoops. 162. So first pick Patroness. It is power. Does have a higher power than Bargaining Baker. I wasn't sure. I thought they'd be pretty close. And then Tutor makes a lot of sense. Landscape Gardener. Yep. So I took Dove Hunter over Chimney Sweep. I cannot believe how high Chimney Sweep's power is. It's kind of ridiculous. I took Pasture Planner over Inventory Manager. How many improvements did I play? Yeah, I don't know. Inventory Manager might not have gotten played either way. Pioneer here. Stone Carver. Yeah. I took Flower Pots over Evening Prayer. Power 4 for Evening Prayer. That's very high. I guess it works really well with like Field Doctor, stuff like that. It's a very good combination. Drain Pond over Private Forest. I think these make sense because I'm trying to play lots of occupations in round one, in stage 1. So Pole Barns over Park Cemetery. Park Cemetery at 3.5 seems really high. Really high. Took Oak Cask here, nice card. Spare Fence Post, should I have taken that instead? I mean, the Oak Cask as a round 1 start player when I want to get on cheap occupation, I think seems to make sense. Evening Prayer, yeah, I would not have played any of these other cards. Half Timbered House is more doable with Patroness. Yeah. I didn't expect to have the first Family Growth fall into my lap, and then Brickyard and Schnaps Distillery. Yeah. It's kind of a funny game, because I grew in round 5, and then no one grew in round 6, which is weird. And then also Ostrichenge not growing until round 12. Those make a big, having a big impact on the game, so... Anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I think I'll stream tomorrow, and then I'll probably be off for a while. I probably won't stream for a little while. I'm going to be going to my parents for the Christmas break and visiting family and stuff like that. So I'm not sure when I'll stream after that. Planning to stream tomorrow. Yeah. Unless everything takes forever, which sometimes it does. Because I do need to pack up and everything. But yeah, I think I'll stream tomorrow. That's my plan. So it'll be later, not this time. It'll be like a couple hours later. So all right. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video, and we'll see you next time.